we go. Let's go ahead and breathe. Timer has begun. 30 seconds. Deep diaphragm breathing, 90-90. If you don't have anything to put your feet up on, just rest your feet on the floor. And same thing. Try to think about even your lower back expanding into the ground as you're breathing in. Big, deep breaths through the nose and out the mouth. Good morning. I got Ann, Andy, Aaron, Margie, and Karen.
2,
Good morning to you guys.
1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to be doing what's called bretzel. So the best way to get into the bretzel is to lay down on your back,
3,
lift one knee up,
2,
and go over
1.
with that leg,
Exercise 2.
and then grab your back foot, and then roll your shoulder back to the ground. You're going to roll your shoulder then back up, and then back down. Go ahead and begin. So think about grabbing that back foot. Looks good, everybody. Make sure you're grabbing that back foot. So for you, Bill, lift your right leg up. Grab your left foot. Yeah, but underneath your body. Not over and over. There you go.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and now switch to the other side. So think leg comes up as you lay down on your back. Then you pull it over your body.
3,
Grab
2,
your back foot.
1.
Roll your
Exercise
shoulder
3.
back. That's it, Aaron. Just like that is perfect. Good looking bretzels. Try to think about get the shoulder down as low as you can without lifting that knee up. Roll it and back up. Roll it back down again. So you're moving the body. Should feel pretty good. Might get a little stretch to your quad, to the abs, then thoracic rotation.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good job. Go ahead and rest and stand up. We're going to do nice relaxing toe touches next. So for that one, we're just trying to think about
3,
nice good range
2,
of motion, getting down,
1.
trying to think we can touch our
Exercise 4.
toes with our feet shoulder width apart. Nice good relaxing hip hinge. If you can get down to your fingertips to your toes, try to get maybe to the ground, then maybe the palms of your hands. Just trying to think about nice increases in your range of motion as you go for the next 30 seconds. It's nice relaxing toe touches.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to do Spider-Mans with rotation. So for a Spider-Man with rotation, you start in your push-up position,
3,
step forward with one
2,
foot. Whatever
1.
foot you step with, you rotate with that
Exercise 5.
same hand. So if you step with the right, rotate with the right. You step with the left, rotate with the left, and make sure your eyes follow your hands. So look up to the sky. So step in. Try to think about getting that foot flat. Try to step up as high as you can. Then step back and step with the other foot. So keep switching legs. Step and go, step and go, step and rotate, step and rotate. Let that glute
3,
open up.
2, 1. Rest.
Good, right? Go ahead and rest and stand up. We have Frankenstein's next, or Frankenstein monsters, I guess to be more specific. So for that one, we're
3,
just trying to think about
2,
getting our
1.
toes up to about our
Exercise
fingertips.
6.
You don't have to hold your arms out in front of you if you don't want to. But you can try and do it nice, relax, like a leg lift. Keep those legs nice and straight, nice, steady. Frankenstein's, get those legs up, get a nice stretch. Try not to kick your legs. Try to think about a more controlled pattern. And open up that posterior chain. Get that work.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, we're just going to do body weight squats in place. So for this one, screw those feet into the floor, a little bit wider than shoulder width.
3,
Knees
2,
lined up with those toes, and let's go.
Exercise 7.
Let's get those body weight squats in. Try to keep that nice tall chest. Let's work our depth. So you're trying to get down to 90. I want to see this. Trying to think about that femur bone parallel to the floor. Get those good squats in. Let's get that body warmed up a little bit. Start practicing good form for those squats, as we're going to need it later.
3,
Good form now pays
2,
off later.
1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to do what's called lateral hops or two-step shuffle. Lateral hops are actually feet together, jumping
3,
side to side. Two-step
2,
shuffle is two
1.
steps stick, two
Exercise
steps
8.
stick it in. So your choice. If you're jumping and being plyo, go ahead. Otherwise, quick 2 steps, stop. Quick 2 steps, stop. So we're just trying to get the body warm here. Trying to move in that lateral plane just from side to side. Got that imaginary hurdle that you're jumping over, or you're just moving quick with those feet. A few more
3,
seconds.
2, 1. Your timer is
Good. All right, go ahead and take a break. Go ahead and grab your water bottle. Make sure your heart rate monitor is on. We are going to be getting started today with an AMRAP. So an AMRAP just means that there's a timer set for 15 minutes, and the goal is just for you then to do as many rounds as possible inside of that. Not listening to me tell you when to start and stop. You're going at your own pace consistently throughout the 15 minutes. I'm just yelling out the exercises and the rep ranges so that you guys can remember what you need to be doing inside of that 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to be doing 4 movements, so that we're not going to get through quite as many rounds as the exercises start to go. They start to take up a lot of time. Okay, so we're going to go over the 4 different patterns for you guys that we're going to be doing over the next 15 minutes. First one up is what we call a diamond push-up, or like a heart push-up. So with your hands, you're coming really close together, like making a diamond or a heart with your hands, and then you put that underneath your chest, and then you do your push-up from there. So the elbows nice and tight to the body, and you press up. Now, we're only doing 5, so we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. 5 diamond push-ups. Now, if you're really good at push-ups, tell yourself, I can do these. Well, they would burn out over the rounds. Okay, so we might be going to our knee diamonds a lot faster than we think. Okay, so a knee diamond is just making sure you're keeping that body nice and long, pressing up on your guys' knees. If you have to elevate this, you're going to an incline. Okay, you can always then, so as you showed, Trevor's going a little bit wider, but you still want to go as tight as possible with your hands on a diamond push-up. If it starts to get, the tighter you are with your hands, the harder it's going to be. So as you burn out, if you have to go a little bit wider with your hands, go ahead and do that. If you have anything for incline, you're going to just bring your hands as close together as you can and do an incline push-up. So sofa armchairs work well, high boxes, something that's not going to move but it's going to support your weight is really good for that as well. So diamond push-up is actually really hard. It's a lot harder than a normal push-up. It's really going to get those triceps this morning when you guys are doing that movement. So it's 5 of those. The second exercise is 10 reps. 10 reps for sit-ups. So for sit-ups, feet nice and flat on the floor, core tight, and then trying to lift up, thinking about driving your sternum up and out as you guys lift your body up off the floor. Okay, so that's the sit-up pattern. You have to put your feet underneath the couch, kind of lock them in so you're not cheating or having to swing your arms to add momentum. Go ahead and do that. 10 reps for the sit-up. You can also do a hands to knee crunch. So you rest your hands on your thighs, then you're going to lift your chest up, sliding your hands up towards your knees without tucking your chin in. We don't want your chin resting on your chest. Okay? So that's going to be the second exercise for 10 reps. Sit-ups or hands to knee crunch. Exercise number 3 is an RDL. We're going to do this stationary with both feet on the floor. So this is the heavy weight exercise. So as much weight as you can do banded or with weights, or even a stick if you guys don't want to weight this one too much. Okay, so for this one, feet straight into the floor, shoulder width apart. You're using the stick, you're resting it right there on your thighs, and as you push your butt back, the stick just glides down your thighs to about where your knees are. So you feel that stretch in the back of your legs, then you're going to snap your hips forward, squeezing your glutes. So that's a hip hinge. Think about driving your butt back and forth. We're not going into a squat pattern. Then from there, you can use a band for resistance. Notice how his arms stay nice and straight as he uses the band and drives the hips back and forth. For RDLs, we're doing 15. So it's 5, 10, 15. RDLs are 15. If you're doing dumbbells, hold the weight by your side with your arms, very similar to where you would have the bands for grabbing. Otherwise, if you're using a kettlebell, just keep that one in the middle then of your body and just do a normal kettlebell RDL like we would in the gym. Keep it right there in between the legs as you go back and forth. Okay, make sure you guys are keeping that chin tucked the whole time so that when the butt goes back, you're looking at the floor. And then the last exercise is what we call an overhead squat pattern. So for that one, if you don't have any weights, you can just hold a stick, your bands, or just your arms up overhead. We're trying to lock it in. Shoulder blades are engaging. We're going to work on that thoracic extension, and then you're going to get down to that squat pattern. Requires a lot of core engagement when we go in that overhead position. So we don't want to go very heavy in this one at all. So this is the lightweight exercise if you need light weights. You can do the same thing with the band. Hold it up overhead, pull it apart, and go down to the squats. But notice that we're not going to be going very heavy. We're looking for quality depth with that core engagement and a good thoracic extension then with that overhead position. Okay, if we can't go overhead, that's fine. Just do a normal body weight squat. And then if you can always use a couch as well, if you guys need to make sure you're getting plenty of depth for your knees and taking care of yourself there. Okay? We're trying to go in the overhead position. Yep, trying to go arms up, rib cage down. We're going to go for 15 minutes, 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 RDLs, 20 squats on repeat the next 15. We're not going to get a lot of rounds in because those exercises are going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so we're going to start with diamond push-ups. Diamonds are a girl's best friend after all. Here we go. Starting Saturday off right. Diamond push-ups are hands under the chest, and we're going to begin. In 10 seconds after that music gets turned on, waiting for that one. Okay? All right. Here we go. Starting with diamond push-ups. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and begin. 15-minute timer has begun. Try to think about it. Even if you can't go quite diamond, get as tight as you can with your hands. After you got those 5 push-ups over, you're going into 10 sit-ups or hands to knee crunch. You go 10 hands to knee crunch or sit-ups. You'll be happy later that the diamond push-ups are only 5. It felt easy in round 1. Those are going to start to really suck hopefully later. I'll try to give you guys 3-minute updates so you guys are going to know what we're going to have 5 3-minute updates. Try to make sure when we're doing those sit-ups, it's sternum up and out. 10 sit-ups, 15 RDLs. The RDLs, keep the weights tight to the body when you're doing your 15 RDLs. You don't want the weights or your stick getting too far out in front of your body. Keep that nice tight hip hinge, core tight, snap those hips coming through, get nice and tall. Always stand tall after every rep. Abby, are you double banded there? It's hard to tell. Yeah, okay, good. I'm sorry. Keep going. Good. So if you're looking for resistance in those bands, make sure you're standing in them, keeping those double bands. Put them right underneath your feet. Hold the band handles by your side, and then just drive your hips back and forth. Look for that nice stretch in the back of the legs. It's 15 RDLs. It's 20 squats. We're trying to go in the overhead position. Overhead is a lot harder than normal squats, so we're not looking to go very heavy. We're going to challenge a lot going on with that overhead squat position. A lot of limitations can show up when we put our arms in the overhead position when we're trying to squat. The thoracic immobility might show up as well. This is doing great. Just try to challenge that pace. We're going to try to stay consistent the whole time, not running. It's only 15 minutes. Nice thing is you're not getting a round in every 1 or 2 minutes. After the 20 squats, you go right back into 5 diamond push-ups, and you don't wait for me to tell you when to begin. You're moving at your own pace. Try your best not to fold forward. Keep that rib cage nice and tight. Keep it down during the squat pattern. Yeah, I got you. For a lot of you, if you have anything to elevate your heels, it'll be a huge help for the overhead squat position as it's so much harder than a normal squat. That's 3 minutes in already. So we're at 12 minutes left. Good. If you can, Aaron, try to come all the way down to the ground. I know it's hard. Try to keep those feet flat on those sit-ups. Think about engaging that core and then sitting up, and then keeping that core engaged when you're going back as well. Don't relax the core when you guys are going back to the floor. Use the core to lower yourself back down. And for those, after those 10 sit-ups, you go back to 15 RDLs. Remember, the RDLs are going to be the heavier of the 2 exercises, say, between that and the squats. Get a nice stretch to those hamstrings for those RDLs, and then move right into 15 overhead squats. If you have anything you can rest your heels on for squatting, it'd be a huge bonus during that overhead squat position. especially if we're having troubles with our depth. Really engage the core before every squat. So as you're hitting those 20 squats, you really want to engage the core. Because that overhead position, like I said, it's tough. If you're like normal squat position, you get good depth, and all of a sudden you're struggling. Definitely finding some limitations. Sit to those heels as best you can. Try to sit back and down, not forward on your toes. If you're not getting enough resistance from that, Aaron, you can always tie it up and kind of make it double banded. So remember, for an RDL, just push your butt back and forth. Try to drive the hips back. Make a nice, good triangle window for the squat pattern. You guys are sitting deep. Sit down into that squat. 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 RDLs, 20 overhead squats, and we're just trying to get as many rounds as possible. Then remember, you need to take a drink of water, take it. There is no allocated water breaks here. So when you're holding those weights, pull those shoulders back and down, lock it in. If you're holding the stick, you can think about breaking that stick. Bands are nice because you pull that band apart, kind of helps you engage your shoulders and your core a little bit already just by pulling that band apart at the top. Good. Always thinking, try to limit my rounding of the shoulders during those sit-ups. Keep that nice straight body, chest out, shoulders back. That's 9 minutes left, so another 3 minutes gone. Got moving at great paces. I'm always curious as to what music everyone is listening to. It's probably all just 70s and 80s rock. I mean, let's be serious. Try to keep those hands under your chest with the diamond push-up. The farther you get your hands out on a diamond push-up, actually the harder it's going to be. So if you get your hands too far in front of your face with a diamond push-up, oh boy, it's going to be tough. So try to think about those hands down there by your heart. Remember, 5 diamond push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 RDLs, 20 in the overhead squat position. That's a good depth in those squats. Aim for that depth. 1-2 is focus on your heels. What are your heels doing? Are they lifting, or are you feeling weight go into your heels as you're squatting? If you're lifting your heels, find a chair, find something to elevate those heels, something you can sit to, so you're sitting back and down, training that squat pattern. Proud of everyone here for making it this morning. Remember, we do have a finisher after all this, so don't skedaddle. But don't worry, it's not a very long finisher. And for those sit-ups, think about core engagement on the way up and the way down. And those overhead squat positions, lock those arms out as best you can. Shoulder blades, you feel your shoulder blades engaging. And then keep that head up. Keep on staring at that same spot in the wall. For the RDL, that's different. That's where we drive the hips back and forth. Aaron, do you have a chair or something you could use to sit to? Like a dining room chair, something a little more sturdy that way? For your squats, you're going to get your butt to it. Hey, ooh, nice. Looks low. Now make sure we're working those hamstrings with 15 reps. Tuck that chin, drive the butts back and forth. Diamond push-ups, Keep those elbows as tight as you can. Yeah, the 6-minute mark, that means you only have 2 more sets of 3 minutes. Three minutes go by fast. 3 minutes go by quick. Remind you guys, 5 diamond push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 RDLs, 20 overhead squats. Even though it's only 5 diamonds, I can imagine that one being the hardest of the 4 movements. Outside of, obviously, the overhead squat position is just hard to do in general. Keep that head up, Amy. We don't want to look down in that squat pattern. There you go. Good fix. Try to pull that stick apart, too. Put pressure on it. When we're doing those sit-ups, try to do them controlled. Remember, we're going aiming for 10. Try your best not to swing into them. You guys are doing great. Loving the pace. You guys are staying at a pretty good pace. It's like, no, you're not even slowing down from when you first started. Helps a decent amount of time in between each exercise before you hit it again. So, DJ, try to keep the hands above your head when you're squatting. You tired at all? No? Remember those diamond push-ups, hands underneath the chest for a little easier. If you start getting those hands out, you know, if you like to cheat your push-ups, get your hands out in front of your face, you're going to make that diamond push-up a lot harder. It's hard enough as it is. Probably a new favorite exercise, another diamond push-ups. Good job keeping those arms locked out. So the number one thing it looks like we're just struggling with today almost across the board is just depth in that squat position. So we'll know next week if you have anything you can sit to or something to elevate the heels. Most of us need something like that for the overhead squat position. The final 3 minutes. Final 3 minutes. Might be a round or two for you. Good. Keep that chin tucked. Bill, when the butt goes back, I'm looking at the floor when the hips hinge. There you go. There you go. Nice neutral spine. Very nice. I want you to pretend like that stick's on your back. Everyone, when you're doing that RDL, remember that stick will touch your head, your shoulder blades, and your butt. Try to keep that nice neutral spine throughout the RDL pattern. Squat position. Don't let those arms get in front of your head. Keep them back. But you're missing those workout mirrors right now. Everyone faces me when they squat. I can't tell if you guys are leaning or not. Try to make sure we're not letting those arms get in front of you. All right, 2 minutes. See if you can get another round in. All right, push yourself here. Last few reps. Nice thing is now is once you can do an exercise, you're probably not going to have enough time to get back to it. So it's like, all right, I can do this. Not going to have to do those push-ups again once I get them done. We get final 60 seconds. Final 60 seconds. It's a race now to the finish line. I want to get that round in. Go, go, go. The hinges are looking good today. Final 30 seconds. We're almost there. Thank you, Amy. Good squats. Good job, guys. You have the final 15 seconds. One more exercise. Finish on what you're doing. Start a new one, finish. You're in 20 squats, and that can take a little bit of time.
3, 2, 1.
Excellent work. All done. Take a break. Get a drink of water. Don't skedaddle. You have a core finisher next. So we're going to try to take a little bit of a break, get a drink of water. If you need to turn down your music so you can hear us as we demo for your finisher, like we said, it's not very long. It's actually only 3 minutes, so it's really short. So today's finisher, though, is no rest. We're going to go for 3 minutes. You're going to go back and forth between 2 movements as quick as you can because there is no rest allowed. So the idea is try to get from one to the next as quick as you can. The first one is a hold if we can do it. So we're going to try to do a boat pose for 30 seconds. Then we're going to try to do a lateral hand walk or a plank for 30 seconds. We're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth without resting for 3 times, and then we're done. So a boat pose, to substitute for that as well, we're going to be thinking about dead bugs. Okay, so we're going to be on our back for one, and then on our front for the other. Okay, so for the boat pose, I'm trying to think about sitting on your tailbone. Legs are off the ground, keeping that core nice and tight. Trying to think about arms then out front as well, keeping that core nice and tight. You can make that easier by where you place your feet. The closer your feet are to your butt, if you bring your feet in, it becomes a little bit easier. Extend those legs all the way out, boat pose becomes a lot harder. Okay, from there you can modify that to a dead bug. If that hurts too much in your lower back, you can't get that movement pattern to feel in your core. A dead bug, lay down and go both legs and arms out and in, or you can do a half dead bug, opposite leg, opposite arm, extending out. Okay, so after that 30 seconds, the goal is to switch as quick as you can, roll over into the lateral hand walk or plank position as quick as you can because there is no rest. Lateral hand walk is just going up in the tall plank, moving side to side with a few steps, not very far, and then back to where you started. Okay, notice how he moves opposite hand, opposite leg. Feet come together, hands are apart. When hands come together, feet are apart. Or you can always go right into the plank position and just hold it for that 30 seconds. Okay, so go ahead and turn your music back up. We're going to do boat pose or dead bug for exercise 1, and then lateral hand walks and planks for exercise number 2. So core movements, here we go. 30-30s, no rest, 3 minutes. Music's on. Get down on your hindies, and I'll know we're ready. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Boat pose 30 seconds. Dead bugs for 30 seconds. Your choice. Go ahead and begin. Remember, boat pose, think chest out, shoulders back. Really get that posture set. Remember, the farther you stick those legs away, the harder it's going to be. I think about coming up just a little bit. Maybe you gotta sit taller and then stick your legs out. There you go. Sit taller and stick your legs out a little more. There you go. Dead bugs, keep those rib cages down. Keep that belly button down.
3, 2.
No rest.
1.
Go into your planks or hand walks. Go. Roll over quick. For those of you guys that have dogs well trained, every time I yell out roll over, they might be participating in the workout today. Try to think about plank position, shoulder blades engaged, lateral hand walks, moving side to side, barely moving, maybe 3 or 4 steps maximum. Get ready for boat pose again.
3, 2, 1.
And go. Roll over onto your boat pose or your dead bug. Begin. Remember, no rest. Yeah, that's great. So, remember, chest out, shoulders back, boat pose. When you think about what your hips to your torso are doing, it's almost like that perfect 90-degree angle. You're holding it. Get ready to switch.
2, 1.
And switch. Go. Back to the lateral hand walks and planks. Try to get there as quick as you can. Plank position, shoulder blades pinching together. Just engage them a little bit so the hips stay down as well. Looking good, nice and flat. Good job on those planks. Bring hips down just a little bit for me, Amy Andrea. As you're walking. Same thing, Abby, hips down just a smidge. Backs look nice and flat, everybody. Good work.
2, 1.
Good, go ahead and rest.
Exercise
It's
one.
just the final round right here, right now. Boat pose or dead bugs. Keep that chest tall. Keep those shoulders back. Think about using that core to hold your body. Not getting hard yet. Not getting hard yet.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. No more of that, but into lateral hand walks or planks. Go. Remember, core engaged, shoulder blades pulled back and together just a little bit. Almost there. 20 seconds and you're done. Baby, the baby. Keep going, keep going.
2, 1.
And now done. Good job, everybody. Workout is over.